Former Polish President Lech Wałęsa wrote the following letter to Trump. Your Excellency, Mr. President, we are following with fear and disgust the news of your conversation with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. We find it insulting that you expect Ukraine to show respect and gratitude for the material assistance provided by the United States in its fight against Russia. We owe our gratitude to the heroic Ukrainian soldiers who shed their blood in defense of the values of the free world. They have been dying on the front lines for more than 11 years in the name of these values and the independence of their homeland under attack by Putin's Russia. We don't understand how the leader of a country that symbolizes the free world can't recognize this. Our concern was also heightened by the atmosphere in the Oval Office during this conversation, which reminded us of the interrogations we were subjected to by the security services and the proceedings before communist courts. Prosecutors and judges, acting on behalf of the all-powerful communist political police, explained to us that they had all the power and we had none. They demanded that we cease our activities, arguing that thousands of innocent people were suffering because of us. They deprived us of our civil liberties and rights because we refused to cooperate with the government or express gratitude for our oppression. We are shocked that President Volodymyr Zelensky has been treated the same way. The history of the 20th century shows that every time the United States attempted to distance itself from democratic values and its European allies, it ended up becoming a threat to itself. President Woodrow Wilson understood this when he decided in 1917 that the United States should enter World War I. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt understood this when, after the attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941, he decided that the war to defend the United States should be fought not only in the Pacific, but also in Europe, in alliance with the nations attacked by the Third Reich. We remember that without President Ronald Reagan and the financial commitment of the United States, the collapse of the Soviet Empire would not have been possible. President Reagan recognized that millions of slaves suffered in Soviet Russia and the countries it had subjugated, including thousands of political prisoners who paid with their freedom for the defense of democratic values. His greatness lay, among other things, in his unwavering decision to label the USSR an evil empire and to combat it with determination. We won, and today the statue of President Ronald Reagan stands in Warsaw, in front of the U.S. Embassy. Mr. President, material, military, and financial aid cannot compare with the bloodshed in the name of Ukraine's independence and the freedom of Europe and the entire free world. Human life is priceless. Its value cannot be measured in money. We must express our gratitude to those who sacrificed their blood and their freedom. This is evident to us, members of Solidarity, former political prisoners of the communist regime under Soviet Russia. We urge the United States to respect the guarantees given jointly with Great Britain in the 1994 Budapest Memorandum, which establishes a direct obligation to defend Ukraine's territorial integrity in exchange for its abandonment of nuclear weapons. These guarantees are unconditional. This assistance is not to be viewed as an economic transaction. Regards. Lech Wałęsa, former political prisoner, President of Poland. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. The views and opinions expressed in the letter are solely those of its author, Lech Wałęsa, and are being presented for historical and political analysis. The purpose of this video is to provide context and foster understanding of significant geopolitical events. The content of this video does not constitute any political endorsement. We are not affiliated with Lech Wałęsa, Donald Trump, or any political entity. The analysis presented is based on publicly available information and historical records. Viewers are encouraged to conduct their own research to form their own opinions.